There's a profound and ancient call within each of us, a whisper that speaks of the unknown, of places untouched by time. We are explorers by nature, gazing at stars, dreaming of distant shores. This curiosity has driven humanity to every corner of our planet. Yet some places remain shrouded in mystery. Isolation shapes landscapes, evolves life, and forges the human spirit into something resilient. In these lonely places we find remarkable stories of survival and endurance. Imagine a place so remote its closest neighbours are the stars and the whales of the deep. Here life's rhythm is set by the seasons and the ocean's moods. This is the story of such a place, an island, a solitary outpost in the world's largest ocean. Its history is etched in stone, carried on the wind, and whispered by descendants of those who first called it home. Our journey today takes us to this extraordinary island, where we'll peel back layers of history and uncover tales of hardship, conflict and resilience. We'll walk in the footsteps of the first Polynesian voyagers and the modern-day inhabitants who keep their culture alive. This is more than a travel documentary, it's an exploration of the human heart and its capacity for wonder. Even in our connected age, the world holds places of profound mystery. Join us as we voyage to the world's most isolated island, listen to its stories and perhaps discover something new about ourselves. The wind is rising, the ocean calls, our adventure begins. To understand this island's soul, you must grasp its profound remoteness. Rapa Nui, Easter Island, lies in the southeastern Pacific, a tiny triangle of volcanic land utterly alone. Its nearest inhabited neighbour is over 2,000 kilometres away. The Chilean coast, nearly 4,000. It is the most isolated inhabited place on Earth. For the first Polynesian settlers arriving in great canoes, it must have felt like another world. This isolation shaped a self-contained universe, culture, language and art developed in a vacuum. Easter Island is a living laboratory of human society, a place to study what happens when a community is left to its own devices. Even today, the journey here is long, a flight over endless ocean, until a small grassy island appears. From the air, it looks fragile against the might of the Pacific. This remoteness allowed for the creation of the Moai statues, but also played a role in the society's collapse. When resources ran out, there was nowhere else to go. The people of Rapa Nui were confined to their land, forced to confront the consequences of their actions. This isolation is both blessing and curse, the source of triumphs and tragedies. Here, at the edge of the world, history was written in solitude. The Moai, Easter Island's silent stone giants, are more than mysterious monuments. They are witnesses to a darker history. Their creation required immense ingenuity, but their downfall tells of conflict and collapse. As the population grew, resources dwindled. Forests were cut for Moai transport and canoes, leading to environmental disaster. Without trees, soil eroded, crops failed, and the islanders could no longer fish far from shore. Society fractured. The Huri Moai, or statue toppling era, began. Clans turned on each other, toppling rivals Moai in acts of defiance. The island became a battlefield, and evidence suggests cannibalism emerged as a grim last resort. These events are not just buried in the soil, they live on in stories of warrior cults, secret caves, and fear. Out of this chaos rose the Birdman cult, a brutal competition for power. The winner's clan ruled for a year, a desperate attempt to restore order. The Moai, once symbols of unity, became casualties of survival. The scars of this dark age remain etched in the land and memory. To understand Rapa Nui's people, we must see both their ancient and modern worlds. The early Rapa Nui were master farmers and fishermen, adapting to the island's harsh conditions. Life was communal, organized around clans with daily rhythms set by sun and sea. Spirituality infused every aspect of life. The ancestors, channeled through the Moai, watched over their descendants. This belief system provided cohesion, but when balance broke, their world unraveled. Today, Rapa Nui blends tradition and modernity, Chilean citizens with internet and schools, yet deeply connected to their land and heritage. Tourism now drives the economy, bringing prosperity and new challenges. Islanders work as guides and artists, sharing their culture while striving to protect fragile sites. Beneath modern life, the spirit of old Rapa Nui endures. Life here is about navigating change while holding fast to an identity forged in solitude. It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and love for a lonely home. Easter Island's landscape is sculpted by volcanic fire and relentless wind. 3 extinct volcanoes form its triangular shape: Terevaka, Poik, and Rano Kau. Their grassy slopes hide a rugged volcanic heart. The coastline is jagged black lava cliffs, battered by the Pacific. The Rapa Nui adapted, building stone homes and using volcanic mulch in their gardens. The island is a testament to survival in a challenging environment. Rano Kau's crater holds a freshwater lake surrounded by the ceremonial village of Orongo, site of the Birdman competition. The view from the rim is breathtaking, a self-contained world above sheer cliffs. Rano Raraku, the Moai quarry, is a haunting open-air workshop. Hundreds of statues remain in every stage of completion, some still attached to bedrock, others buried on the slopes. Walking here is an eerie experience, a silent monument to lost ambition. The land itself tells the story of adaptation and mystery. Nature and history are inseparable on this island. Easter Island's isolation shaped its wildlife. Before humans, seabirds dominated, nesting in millions. The arrival of people and rats devastated these colonies. Many species vanished. Today, most birds survive only on offshore islets like Motu Nui. The true spectacle is underwater, clear Pacific waters with unique marine life. Coral reefs here host species found nowhere else. The sea, once a barrier, was also a lifeline, providing food, art, and connection to the world beyond. Even now, the ocean remains central to Rapa Nui identity. Easter Island's history is shaped by the sea, by navigation, shipwreck, and tragedy. The Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen arrived in 1722, astonished by the island and its statues. Later, Peruvian slave raiders kidnapped half the population, including the king and elders, devastating the culture. Disease and loss followed, leaving scars that remain. The sea continues to shape destinies. Modern castaways still find refuge here. Each shipwreck, each arrival, adds a new layer to the island's story. Even in the age of GPS, the Pacific's power endures. Easter Island remains a sanctuary at the world's end. How does a culture survive near total collapse? On Easter Island, the answer is mana, an inner strength. After the 19th century devastation, just over 100 Rapa Nui remained. From these survivors, the culture was rebuilt. Language, stories, and connection to land endured. Today, resilience is celebrated in the Tapati festival and reforestation efforts. The Moai stand as symbols of endurance, watching over the island's rebirth. To visit is to witness this spirit firsthand. A story of creativity, endurance, and hope. The human spirit, like the sun, rises again. Against all odds, Rapa Nui prevails. Our journey to the world's most isolated island ends, but its lessons endure. Easter Island teaches us about balance, consequence, and the power of culture. We travel not just for new sights, but for new perspectives. Places like Rapa Nui ignite curiosity and challenge us to wonder. They remind us to look beyond our horizons and connect with distant stories. Let Rapa Nui inspire you to explore, learn, and cherish our planet's fragile beauty. The spirit of discovery drives us forward and gives us hope. Keep asking questions, keep wondering. Thank you for joining us on this journey. The adventure continues. There are more wonders to discover.